Today we are in South San Antonio at Mission Conception. I'm Lauren, this is Raul.
How you doing?
And we are going to be talking today about South San Antonio. Let's talk about where we are right now. That's beautiful.
Yeah, actually that was built in, well, it started construction in 1731 where over 300 Native Americans and mestizos came out here to build it. It took about 15 years, and in 1755 they dedicated it to the missions here and what we've known for. We have about another 5 other missions out here. We're just 2 or 3 miles away from downtown, so we're really close, and this is kind of where all the action happened when we, start thinking about San Antonio. This is kind of where it all began. And in fact, this church right behind us is one of the only churches that hasn't been remodified or restored. So what you see is historic for over 200 plus years, and it still stands strong, still operates as a church, and it's part of the Archdiocese here in San Antonio.
It said it took 15 years to build. 15
years. They broke each stone by hand. They chiseled it. I mean, if you look, you can kind of see all the different architecture. And back in its heyday, it had beautiful, vibrant colors on the inside, but since they chose not to continue to restore, and take away the natural beauty, you kind of see it the way it is, just its historic value, and it's a super cool site.
Well, talk about 15 years to 2 years. Construction's getting better these days, right?
Construction is definitely getting a lot quicker, that's for sure.
So why do you think people love calling South San Antonio home?
Well, I think it's the traditional roots of San Antonio. But if you look at the grid and you go downtown, you look at plot maps, a lot of the houses like within 3 miles of downtown aren't plotted, right? So they didn't actually have plots there because they've been around for so long and they just never had it. So as we get a little bit further south to where we're at right now, a lot of these homes have been kind of like mid-century, 1950 or newer. But these are the roots. This is kind of what made San Antonio back in the day, and this is where the first kind of neighborhoods that started as we started to go super far north.
So who are some of the major employers on the south side?
Well, one that's right down the street about 2 miles away is HEB. They have their big corporate center. It's actually cool because it used to be the armory yard for when all the wars were happening. So there's underground tunnels that go under the river. We also have Toyota not too far away. We have Lackland Air Force Base is really good, and of course the Zachary Group. But downtown San Antonio, right down the street, we have all the courthouses, all the local municipalities, and of course all the parks and recreation that we see out here today.
Yeah. What do you know about the schools?
So Southside Independent School District, so we have Brackenridge out here. That's where my dad went. We're really popular for Texas A&M University. That's something that's been really good, and it's been getting so much attention just because we are growing, and that's the one thing about the Southside. Right now, Southside is growing tremendously.
Booming.
That's probably our biggest hotspot moving forward as we start looking for growth in new construction.
Let's talk about fun things to do on the south side. What are some of your favorite things when you think you're coming out here to do?
Well, for me personally, I'd go right down the street to Riverside, which is a golf course, because I like to play a little golf whenever I get a second. I mean, you're not too far from a lot of places.
The Riverwalk.
The Riverwalk's right up the street. We got the Alamo Dome right over here. We got our Market Square. We got all the things that you can do downtown, but then we have tons of cool missions and a lot of history. We have a lot of history down here on the south side. Majestic Theater, Tobin Center, AT&T, the Alamo Dome. And there's a lot of things that if you really wanted to, you could jump on 37 and make your way all the way down to the coast within a couple hours.
Yeah. Are there any good shops around in the south side?
Oh, absolutely. So we have Pika Pika Plaza, which is a really cool little, it's in a shopping center. It's like almost like a mini mall. So you have like a lot of like locals that create things. So if you're looking for like that fiesta atmosphere, you can find piñatas, you can find guayaberas. I mean, there's a whole bunch of cool things that are out there. We also have Traders Village. I don't know if you've been out there, but what it is, it's a huge, I'm talking about a huge complex. And some people might like to compare it to like a flea market, but this is like a flea market on steroids. It's super cool. They got good music. They got a lot of entertainment. Brook City base, there is the Boeing Tech Center. They're doing boxing matches. They're doing all kinds of concerts.
What are some fun outdoor recreation things to do for people who want to get out, get some fresh air?
Sure. Well, Pearsall Park, you get out there, take the family, enjoy some of the barbecues and all that kind of good stuff. Biking, yeah. We have the Missions Trails, which is 13.9 miles. Mitchell Lake, if you're into fishing, there's Calaveras, there's Browning Lake. And we've got a lot of little bodies of water, not super large, but there's something to get out and enjoy Mother Nature.
As you can see, there is so much happening on the south side, whether you want to come visit, vacation, get the kids out for a stroll, or you're looking to move out here. Please reach out if you have any questions or subscribe to our channel to learn more.
Absolutely. This is our backyard. We love San Antonio. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If not, y'all have a blessed day and we'll talk to y'all soon.
you.